Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. This is Ray Dolan from Mullingar, in Mullingar, promoting what's good and great about our town. And yes, it is the afternoon. And yes, you are watching Ray Dolan at 12 in association with Mileage Tyres. That's right, the tyres that give you loads of miles. And we're going to be down there on Monday. So looking forward to meeting all our friends in Mileage Tyres. So once again, will you join with us? We have our special guest on board as well. And will you join with us with the 12 bongs? Bong, 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 bong. And yes, indeed, we have our special guest. He's on board, hiding behind the camera. Can you give me 4 bongs, sir?
Bung, 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 bung.
Yes, indeed. Done with great accuracy, ladies and gentlemen, and practiced all this morning. 4 more needed. Bong, 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 bong. And yes, if you don't know who that man is, that's Josh Deegan, the legend from Mullingar, in Mullingar. And we're going to be chatting to him in a few minutes. I feel like, yo, bro, we got all the hoodies on. He's got the hat on. Yes, but we're from Mullingar. Yo. Okay, right, let's start off. Birthday shout out. Starting off with Karina Ball, who is in Holland, and she watches the show many, many times, and she has her hoodie, and she always uses her hashtag from Mullingar, in Mullingar, and she's wishing Mike a happy birthday. So we're going to wish Mike a happy birthday too. So happy birthday to you, Mike, and I hope you're enjoying your day in Holland. If anyone is out there and wants to share this with their friends, just hit the share button, and you are invited straight away onto the bus. Okay, Dimpna Sherry, it's your birthday, and she is in Lucan. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dimpna Sherry. Happy birthday to you. And Seamus Bracken is there, and he's from Bracken Butchers. They're on the Lynn Road, ladies and gentlemen, in the O'Brien's complex. Yes, it is a complex because it's just getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And Seamus is the man with the meat down there. So give him a big happy birthday. And ladies, if you want to kiss the man today, you can blow him one from one side of the counter to the other. So to you, Seamus, happy birthday and have a great one. And we have Owen Gorman, who's in Rocher Bridge. Happy birthday to you, sir. And Chrissy Kelly from Mullingar, in Mullingar, but not exactly. She's in London now. And Owen Hogan is there, and it's his birthday. He's in Mullingar as well. We have Kitty Buston, who's in Limerick, in Croom. Happy birthday to you, Kitty. And we have Celine Quinn, who is in Navan. Big shout out to you and all your family, and not forgetting your father. Happy birthday to you, Celine. Grania Keegan is in Mullingar, and it's your birthday. And Kira McGee in Armagh. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Kira. Happy birthday to you. And that's our birthday requests and all our friends today, but we're going to continue on the show. We have a 60th wedding anniversary. Yes, not too far from here. A gentleman called Michael and Agnes Hogan are 60 years married today, and we are wishing them the very, very best. They got married in 1960, I think, and on this day, so 60 years, that means a diamond, and both of them are diamonds. So wishing you both a happy anniversary, 60 years. Okay, our shop local today is the new bakery that's opening in Mullingar on Monday, and that is the Grove Street, and it's called Grove Cafe Bakery. And they're opening on Monday, so check it out. It's just right beside Jolie, sort of left of that across the road. It's on the Grove Street in Waylands. It's down the right hand side. No, they have moved, but anyway, it's on that corner. So you'll see the roundabout, and you'll see it on your corner on your right hand side going out. And if you're coming from the other direction, it's on your left hand side. They're open on Monday, and they start what times? I think they're open 8:30 to 5:30 for 5 days. That's where they're starting off. They're getting it into business. And we wish them very, very well in a brand new business starting in a hard time, but we hope it's a good time for them. That's Grove Street. That's Grove Cafe Bakery on Grove Street. One Grove Street, I think it is. Okay, Whelan's Oil. Yes, we're down there yesterday. We're throwing oil all over the place. We gave away loads of oil, and Paddy was in the back of the bus laughing his head off non-stop. I'll have to stop him. He's too happy. Paddy Congratulations, and congratulations to the lady who won. I think it was Tina. Congratulations to you. And you know what? We twisted Paddy's arm once again. And you know what? It's another giveaway. He's given away 100 litres of oil, or 1 kg of coal, or 1 kg of smokeless fuel. That's fuel that does not smoke. I don't know how that works. Congratulations once again to the winner, and not forgetting, oh yes indeed, our Facebook recommendation. We're keeping it all local. Hello, we're keeping it all local today, and well, every day we're going to try and keep it local, because we need to keep this town local. Facebook page recommendation is John Macaulay. The famous photographer, ladies and gentlemen, does unbelievable charity work as well in a faraway land called Africa. But he is he's our Mullingar photographer for a long, long time. Jeez, going back years and years and years. But you know what? He's had to put up loads of pictures of celebrations in Mullingar. Our culture, he is sharing with us on his Facebook page. This is all local, ladies and gentlemen. This is people that we all know, and it's definitely worth a look in. And sure, join his page if you want. But anyway, his name is John Macaulay, born, bred and reared in Patrick Street. Yes, indeed. And that's another great page. Okay, our food shout out competition winner is... what is it? Chocolate Brown. Well done to you guys. Chocolate Brown. Okay then, Chocolate Brown, congratulations. And they make some lovely, lovely goodies down there. So if you're calling in, just say Ray sent you. Okay, folks, we have our superstar on board, ladies and gentlemen. His name is Josh Deegan, and he is on board. As I said, he's looking like a yo man. He's definitely got his colours on today, and great to have you on board, Josh, and thanks for joining us.
Thanks a million, Ray, for having me on. It's been an absolute pleasure.
Josh, you're involved in so many things. You're in the Alda Malta. I've seen you a few times.
I am indeed, yeah.
You're involved, you're the founder of the Bright Thoughts Ireland. What exactly is the BrightThoughtsIreland.com?
So Brighter Thoughts Ireland, it's a mental health organisation here in Ireland. We travel all across Ireland doing talks in schools, youth clubs, events, anywhere that'll have us based around mental health, mental illness, all jazz, all the stuff like that. So not only do I share my story personally, we have an amazing team of over 300 ambassadors that has grown absolutely immensely and very, very rapidly over the last 3 years. I set it up in March 2017, so it's grown rapidly, very rapidly, which is unbelievable. And not only myself, as I said, but all the ambassadors, they do share stories if they're comfortable enough with sharing their stories.
How did you set this up in the first place?
So basically what it was I was sitting in my room one day. I obviously battle with depression and anxiety myself. Mm-hmm. So I was sitting in my room one day and I said, no one is out here doing this. No one is out here talking about it. And if you do see them, they're adults. It's not a young kid sharing its young story. It's all well and good an adult going into a school and talking about it. Yeah, you listen to them. But if it's a young fella your age and going out sharing that story, I felt like there was the gap in the existing market, in the existing field. So it was that sort of thing. I either had something to do about it, or I could sit back and do nothing and keep my mouth shut. And I decided, look, I'm not going to sit back. I'm going to reach out and I'm going to share my story.
So the first place, where did you start? The first place, I mean, someone is out there and they're wondering, how literally do we get going?
So literally what it was for me was in my bedroom. I decided, look, what is my story? Who am I? And what is it I want to do? And then I went into my school. I was on the student council. I was like, look, I'd love to come in and talk. And thankfully it was Closh Weir in Mullingar. After a while, bit of persuading, and look, I can actually do this. They gave me a shot, and then ever since then, the ball's been rolling. So
they organised that you could go into all the schools, is that right?
They organised to go into CBS, and then obviously word of mouth, obviously building up the reputation over a while. What happened was my mum was telling me to do it all organically, and at the start, and I'm that sort of person, I want to just get up and go. But now that I look back, I am so grateful that my ma actually grounded me and said, do it organically. It is the best thing I have ever done. So, and then I went on to Cycle Against Suicide. I've been a student ambassador for them now for the last 2.5 years. The best day of my life. I'd never forget the day I got the email off Katie Carr, the student ambassador or the student leader at the time. And basically I applied, never thinking I'd get it. I was one of 12 selected, and we went to Wicklow, did a retreat, and then ever since then I realised, look, I really, really want to do this. And
Give us one story then of how this has worked for people that, okay, you put the whole thing together, and give us an example of someone who has benefited from this.
So we hear a lot of success stories, but myself, I've benefited greatly from not only being able to share my story, but I have loads of people reaching out, and like, Josh, your message not only inspires me, but gives me hope and makes me realise that I'm not alone, and that's all that we want to do.
At what age are you?
I'm 19.
No, 19, the average age of a soldier.
19 years young.
Tell me, you've got hoodies and hats. What's this HUD? HUD? Who's he?
HUH is How's Your Head Clothing. It was set up by Mark. It's basically a mental health clothing brand here in Ireland. They've kicked off very well, and thankfully with Mark I was sponsored wonderful hoodies that we brought up here to raid today.
Wow, I'm going to wear with pride.
Yeah.
Would you think it? You read my mind. I have hoodies. I got these red ones, and I've got black ones. I got green ones, and I don't have that blue. And I was going to actually ask you for your one.
Sure, look, we'll arrange it. We'll certainly arrange that. Yeah.
You have you've read my mind. Now, what's the whole story about this Google Box fan?
The Google Box. Honestly, it's just, we have a film coming out. It's basically me sharing my story, but not only me sharing my story, we are reaching out to people like Jackie Fox, who brought in Coco's Law. It's a law against harassment, bullying online and all stuff like that. So we're reaching out. She lost her daughter, Nicole Fox Fenlon, Coco, through suicide, and Jackie has advocated endlessly and brought in Coco's Law, which is absolutely amazing. So we'll be reaching out. We have reached out to Jackie, and Jackie is on board with that. So she'll be sharing Coco's story in that sense.
So the Google Box, what is Google Box?
Google Box is that sort of thing. I don't really know how to describe it. It's just, we are planning to kind of push it out as much as we can. So
Google Box is, you're sitting in your room and the television comes on. How are you relating that then to your brighterthoughtsIreland.com?
So what we do with that is, we can see something that goes on the telly, and it's that sort of thing. We kind of want to push it out and send it out as much as we can. We get ideas off everywhere and we pull them in. We make them our own. We change it around that sense.
Excellent. So you're a big fan of Lewis Capaldi.
Yeah, absolute massive Lewis Capaldi fan. Honest to God, if you'd hear me every single day, I probably do drive me parents, my brothers and my sisters absolutely mental.
Give us a bit of the tune. Give us your favourite tune then.
Lewis Capaldi, Bruises. It has to be Bruises, 110%. If you don't listen to Lewis Capaldi, you're not doing something right.
Why? What's good about this guy?
Lewis Capaldi is so relatable, and his career, he sprung out of nowhere, and I feel like that's myself. Not only like I'm getting there some bits, but I feel like I've only just started. So, and his lyrics really are so relatable.
Can you sing a bit for me?
I know we've never left the bruises that you left behind. So it's that sort of thing. It's the bruises. The bruises are gone, but they're still with you. It makes you who you are, really. So
the dirty question is, did you ever think of doing the dirty deed of suicide?
There has been many a times where I have sat in my room, and honestly, there's been times where I felt so alone, so isolated, and especially with COVID-19, that's one thing I want to talk about as well, is the number of people reaching out has gone up. The number of people feeling so isolated, the number of people reaching out to services has gone up exponentially, and the same with anxiety, people reaching out to their GPs, which it's absolutely amazing. But there's something that we need to talk about. It's still there. It is real. People's feelings are real. Your feelings are real. They are valid.
This cuts through the whole way into every age, you know what I mean? That's
it. It's not just some 20-year-old, 30-year-old, 19, 14-year-old. It doesn't matter who you are. Mental health doesn't discriminate, unfortunately, you know. Excellent.
Now, Grant Corden, do you watch that guy?
Grant Corden, I've watched him a good bit. He talks about kind of life values and kind of the business entrepreneurship, and obviously I see myself as a bit of an entrepreneur. I love getting involved in absolutely anything that I can, really.
And how are you going to entrepreneur yourself in the next year?
That's plans in the works that I won't say too much, but clothing is definitely one. We can spread mental health awareness through the clothing, and and then also reach out to other organisations, donate to other organisations in that sense as well. So.
Excellent. So let's wrap it up because we got Brighter Thoughts of Ireland. So if anyone wants to get in contact, how do they get in contact?
You can head over to our website, brighterthoughtsireland.com. You can reach us through our Facebook, our Instagram, all Brighter Thoughts Ireland.
Excellent. And if anyone wants to contact you, just go to your page, yeah?
That's it. Absolutely amazing. And also, I want to just also mention, if anyone does feel like that they do want to help, that they do want to get involved, you can go on to ohana.ie for free suicide prevention training. I cannot stress enough. It was set up back in March by Angeline Collins. She's an absolutely amazing woman. I've worked with her in Cycle Against Suicide, and the team there's an absolutely outstanding team. The suicide prevention training takes 20 minutes to half an hour to complete. It is free. You do get a cert. Share your cert online, tag Ohana, and there you go. It does not make you qualified, but it gives you those kind of skills to know what you can do in a situation like that.
Interesting enough, because this puts you into a sort of a business situation as well. It puts you into every sort of every run of of the way the business works, the way people work. The two things are running together. So if anyone's out there, I recommend that they should contact you and just have a chat in general, just about making themselves better, because if we're happy in ourselves, we work much better and we definitely get more out of life.
I agree 100%. And that's one thing. When I stopped surviving and I started living, it was the best thing I ever done. And I'll never go back. I'm here living my life to the fullest. 19 years of age, I'm putting myself out there. Your age doesn't discriminate. You can do absolutely anything you put your mind to. And as Ray said, as soon as you start loving yourself and kind of be on that journey to find yourself, I know it's not easy. And I'd be the first to say that it's not easy, but I'll also be the first to say that you can do it. So,
are you still at school?
No, I am out of school, but I am hoping to go back to college this year.
Online?
Yeah, online. That's another thing there, so.
Tell me, you were in St Mary's, so did you finish? Did you do the leaving?
I did indeed. I did absolutely amazing. I went on to do social care. I qualified as a social care worker, but I'm hoping to go back and do my national framework and qualification in social work, so I can be a social worker. I'm not a social care worker. Well,
ladies and gentlemen, this is one legend, and as I said, he's on board the bus. I'm delighted that he makes the chance and gives you the opportunity to contact him. We're going live every single day, and we have loads of different things on board. So once again, we'd like to thank Josh Deegan, and as I said, if someone is out there and they want to join us on board our show, or you want to just have a chat, you want to promote your business or whatever, give us a PM and we'll get back to you. Now, before we go, we just want to say hello to everyone who has looked in on board. So Lizzie Farrell sent us a bus on its side. Thanks for that. And Derry Campbell is looking in. Ray, would ask Josh to contact us, please. My son, same age, would be much benefits for him. As there you are. I mean, you have all the information yourselves, Derry. Contact him. That's Derek and Karen looking in from Crewe in England. Billy Whaley's looking in there. Hope you're keeping well, Billy, and I hope your recovery's going well. Teresa's looking in there. Great man. If he saves a life, brilliant for him. Well, every day we can all save a life, folks. Carmel. Who else is there? Let me see. Kelly Deegan. I wonder who she is. She says, well done, Ray and Josh, for highlighting such an important subject today. Well, fair play to you, Kelly, and thanks for looking in. And do you know what you have to do, Kelly? You got to share it. And Lizzie Farr says, thanks, Josh. Very interesting. Great to see the feedback and very positive from people and relating to exactly what we're chatting to today. So this is really, really super. We appreciate you all being on board with us, folks. And if you can share it, fair enough. And if you don't share it, fair enough as well. So once again, from myself and Josh Deegan in the house. Good.
Thanks really, guys. Thanks for having me on. It's an absolute pleasure as always.
Bye now for now. This is Ray Dolan with Josh Deegan as our special guest on the 12 Bongs. The time now is 12:18. Bye for now.